All right, so okay, everybody can see this now. Let me double check my messages. Yeah, just now y'all can see. All right, so amoeba is a unicellular living thing. Organism, this word simply means living thing. All right, so organism is any living thing, can be plant, can be animal, can be bacteria, can be fungi, or it can be something else. All right, because in primary school, you only learn 4 types of living things: plants, animals, fungi, bacteria. All right, so these are your 4 types of living things that you learn in primary school. But in the world, right, there's actually more than these 4 types of living things. So amoeba does not belong to the 4 types. So amoeba is not plant, amoeba is not animal, amoeba is not fungi, amoeba is not bacteria, right? In fact, amoeba is also not a virus. All right, so it does not belong to any of the groups that you learn in primary school, all right? But just know that really in the world, right, there's really a lot of different types of living things, many different types of organisms. So organism simply means living thing. And I just want to bring your attention to this word, unicellular. Uni means, what is a number, anyone? What's the meaning of uni? Yes, so uni means 1. Okay, so uni is 1. Okay, so unicellular means 1 cell. All right, can you give me an opposite word of unicellular? Can you type into the chat? So we have unicellular living thing. What is the opposite of unicellular? Okay,
multicellular.
Yeah, well done. Actually, there is no hyphen. All right, so it should be this. Oh, sorry, only Chen Xin saw my message. Just a minute. Let me text everyone. Okay, so multicellular organism. So it's one continuous word. There is no hyphen. All right, and not multi, it's multicellular. All right, so multicellular organism. Organism means living thing. Okay, so we have uni. So I just want to do a quick revision. In the world, there's so many different types of living things. In PSLE, you only learn four types, but in the world, there's more than 4 types. So in PSLE, you only learn about plant, animal, fungi, bacteria, that's all. But in the world, there's more than that. So amoeba is one example that does not belong to these 4 groups. All right, so amoeba not a plant, amoeba not an animal, amoeba not fungi, amoeba not bacteria. Right, so it is something else that is not in your syllabus. All right, but at least you know that amoeba is a living thing. Amoeba is an organism. Organism means living thing, and amoeba is made up of only 1 cells. All right, only 1 cell. Okay, now how many cells are there in the human body? Can you all make a guess? Put it into the chat. In our human being, how many cells do we have? Anyone? Okay, I need to know, please help me rename yourself so that I can see your name. Okay, there is a Zayed. Should I call you, how do I read your name? Z or how should I read your name? Z-A-Y-D. Let me know how, sorry, Z, is it?
Yes, just say Z, it's okay.
Just Z, huh? Okay. Now Z says that there's millions and millions of cells in our body. Thank you for responding, Z. How about the rest? Darius, your answer is too simple. Darius said there's more than 1 cell. Of course, there's more than 1 cell in all our body. All right, but how many? Okay. Ziyi said million. So Ziyi agree with Z, there is million. Anybody has a different answer? So how many cells are in your body right now? Altogether, how many cells? All right, let's talk about adult lah. Let's say you grow into adult.
Is it like a guessing quiz?
Okay, so the answer is we have actually trillion of cells. Not just million, not just billion, is trillion. All right. So we have actually we can go up to 36 trillion cells. All right. Okay, do you all know how many zeros are there in a trillion? Can y'all type into the chat how many zeros in 1 trillion? So 1 trillion is how many zero? More than that, Zach, good idea, good try. All right, so oh, okay, hang on. My answer go to Z because Z just gave me a response just now. Okay, let me copy and paste and let everyone know. So 1 trillion it has 12 zeros. All right, million is 6 zeros. All right, we all know, we hope we have $1 million, right? $1 million is 6 zeros. Now, 6 zeros, double it, 6 times 2 is 12 zeros, that's trillion. So your body, right, actually has 36 trillion cells in one body. All right, so, and that is 36 and then 12 zero.
Can
I
I
forgot about 10 million, 10 billion, and 100 billion. That's why I put 8 zeros on the side.
Okay, so trillion is even bigger than million and billion. All right, so trillion, all right, is much bigger than million and billion. Okay, so trillion is much bigger. So one body has so many cells. So all of us are multicellular organisms. All of
Can I
us.
sell myself?
Oh, you want to sell your cells? When you donate blood, you are donating your red blood cells. As well as the white blood cells.
Can I get money from it?
You can't sell your cells, all right? So in fact, when you rub your hand, some of the cells will be rubbed off, all right? So when you rub your hand, some of the cells will be rubbed off, the outer layer of cells, okay? So cells are very small. You can't see it with your eye. So can you tell me which instrument will help us to see a cell?
Microscope.
Yes, all right, microscope. Okay, can y'all try spelling microscope in the chat? Right, so you need to see cells under a microscope. So excellent spelling. Darius, what do you mean by no? No means what? Okay, so anyway, when you donate blood, you're donating red blood cells, white blood cells, your platelets, all right? So everything. Okay, so it's good to donate blood to help others. All right, without further ado, let's now watch the next video. All right, hang on. So is this a cell wall? Now, can y'all, before I review the answer, do you think these onion cells will have chloroplasts? Can you type your answer into the chat? Do the onion cells have chloroplasts? Yes or no? And why? Okay. Well done, Meda, Chen Xing, Ziyi. Okay. Now, root cells, think of onion. Onion is actually living under the ground, all right? So onion does not see any sunlight at all. Onion does not receive any sunlight. So since it does not get any sunlight, there's no need to have chloroplast. The purpose of having chloroplast is to trap sunlight to make food, all right? So chloroplast is for making food. So chloroplast traps sunlight because inside chloroplast, you have chlorophyll. So the chloroplast contain chlorophyll to trap light to make food. So since the onion lives under the ground, it does in the dark. So there's no need for onion cells to have any chloroplast. So onion is a plant cell. It does not have any chloroplast. So you look at these onion cells, it has definitely cell wall, cell membrane, but I mean, it will have nucleus, cytoplasm, but there's no chloroplast. This whole thing is a vacuole, the center part, which is not in the PSLE syllabus, but later on you'll see one MCQ question talking about the vacuole. All right, so the vacuole is like a big, is this big thing that takes up most of the space in the plant cell. All right, so then this part will be cytoplasm. Okay, so this is vacuole. A plant cell have one big vacuole.
To the outer edge of the cell. Squashed to the side is the nucleus.
Nucleus is here. All right, can everyone type into the chat, what is the function of the nucleus? All right, what's the function of the nucleus? Okay, good job, Darius, Ziyi. All right.
I kind of forgot.
Okay, no worries. Nucleus is like the big boss, but in exam, please don't write big boss. Now, you know, in the school principal is the big boss, right? What does the school principal do in the school? The school principal is a school boss, right? A school leader, right? She controls everything taking place in the whole entire school, all right? So she has to make decisions on everything taking place in the whole school, all right? So nucleus will be right? It will use the word controls. All right, all activities. All right, taking place in the cell. Okay, all activities happening in the cell, so the nucleus controls that. Now, another function of nucleus, it actually contains genetic information, all right, which is actually your DNA that is passed down, all right, from parents to the young. Okay, so nucleus contains genetic information. So whether you have curly hair or straight hair, it depends on your parents. It depends on the nucleus from your parents. All right, I mean, basically your parents' cell, your cell from your father and a cell from your mother will merge together, combine together, and then you will form a baby, right? So actually, all the genes that you have, whether you have straight hair, curly hair, whether you have black hair, blonde hair, or white hair, it all depends on genes, the DNA, the genetic information from your father and mother. Okay, so please know the nucleus is the big boss. All right, now let's watch another video. All right, now a few of you gave asked very interesting questions in the chat, so I'm going to throw the questions back to everyone. All right, can everybody tell me, does flower? All right, does flower cell have a chloroplast? Chloroplast. Okay, can you answer this question? Does a flower cell have chloroplast? All right, good job, Chenxi, Meda. All right, but how do you know the answer? So the answer is actually no. All right, the answer is no. Okay, good job, Darius. No worries, Zed. All right, it's okay to give me wrong answer. We're all here to learn. If you get all correct answers, then there's no need for you to come for tuition. Okay, so no worries if you've given me a wrong answer. No need to feel embarrassed. We're all here to learn. Even if you're the only one with the wrong answer, everybody gets the correct answer. It's still okay. Now, flowers' function is not to make food. Flowers do not make food. Okay, the flowers only have one function. The flowers is to reproduce the next generation. All right, so when you all see beautiful flowers, you must all say thank you to the flowers. It's because of the flowers, then we will have fruits. And from the fruits, right, flowers will turn into fruits, or flowers will grow into fruits. And from the fruits, they will have seeds, right? The seeds will then grow the next generation of the plant. Okay, so the job of flowers is for reproduction. Reproduction means having the next generation of babies. So flowers' function is not to make food. So flower cells usually do not have chloroplasts. Okay, then there is another question just now from one of you. How about moss? All right, now everybody, can you tell me what kind of a living thing is moss? Is moss a plant? Is moss an animal? Is moss a fungi? Is moss a bacteria? What is moss? Now, wrong concept. Darius, moss is a living thing. Wrong concept also, hang on. Wrong concept for Meda. All right, so only Ziyi and Chenxing, you have the correct concept. Darius, now your concept is correct. Now, moss is a plant. In fact, if I show you video, it's green. Okay, let me see whether I can stop share and show you. Let me share screen first. Just a minute, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally show parents' handphone numbers on the screen. Okay, now you see, you just go and Google moss. Okay, then you click on images. So do you see moss are non-flowering plants? If your mother hates flowers, then your mother will enjoy looking at moss. So what do mosses look like? So if you go to forest, all right, Singapore also has mosses on the ground. It looks a little bit like grass, but it's not grass. Okay, so all these are moss. All right, sometimes moss will grow on the rocks. Okay, sometimes they grow basically on the ground. Okay, so all these are moss. All right, so moss are non-flowering plants. Okay, so very good. Ziyi say non-flowering plants. So moss, since it's a non-flowering plant, it reproduces by spores. There's no seeds. All right, so you look at it's so green, beautiful green for mosses. All right, so since they're green, do you know why are they green? What do they?
Is that chloroplast?
They have the green pigment called the chlorophyll. All right. So chlorophyll. Sorry, say again, louder, please. All right. So because that is green in color,